Yeah, we'll just see what happens, man. Like again, I don't get too much into like envisioning stuff because you should just be able to like react to what's happening with the wave and stuff and how they're playing and using cooldowns and shit.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, I just say wouldn't skill anything. Just wait because you never know what's gonna happen, right? Just like a good habit to get into. Um,
Mhm.
I'm guessing you're gonna ward maybe. Is this what you're doing here? Like, do you do anything like warding for junglers like at level 1 or?
Yes. Considering we have Silas, versus Lilia. Lilia is like full clear champ, while Silas like kind of wants to get the action, and they're
Mhm.
like level 3. So I was looking. I think this game I'm looking for a late ward on the Raptors.
Yeah, so you don't do it at level 1, right?
Oh no, I do it 125-ish. I I
Okay,
I don't
so
I didn't go over the game again, but I that's usually what I do.
that's
So that's
fine,
why
bro.
I'm saying
Like, yeah, that's fine. Like, if you usually do it, I'm just trying to like, because we've only got like 60 minutes, right? I'm just trying to like
yeah. Hmm.
understand what you do in most games. So you don't ward here, which is great, and it's what you said, bro. Just Lilia is like a full clearer. If you were scared
Hmm.
of like some full clearers, by the way, like if they're good junglers anyway, when they hit level 3, they are like online. So even like Heckrooms, you have to be careful of like swinging by mid sometimes, depending on like how bad the state of the lane is. So yeah, maybe you should hold topside just in case Lilia like hits you after our Raptors or some shit if you start bot. But I like you not warding here. You have to be like, each ward has to have like a purpose and where you stand in the lane, right? You don't just want to waste a good resource. So
Yep.
mhm mhm mhm. I'm gonna be honest. I've never fucking seen this matchup before, so I'm
Okay.
I'm I'm winging this, but I'm sure we can find some shit.
Yep.
Um, maybe it's actually like fucking. I'm just thinking here, like, because when he moves like this, I think you should move left,
Hmm.
right, instead of just like straight back, because you're on like an axis, right? And if he
Yep.
does like jump on you, then he's gonna be like in your minion wave almost.
Hmm.
And in my head, I'm like, this is why you shouldn't skill as well, because I think if you have E here, you actually can trade with him. But
Okay.
because you have your W, you're gonna commit to it, right? You have to go forward. And if he like starts fucking E,
Hmm.
it might be like a little sketchy, right? Like if you were to auto attack there and W auto attack proc electrocute and then W back.
He would just run me down with D.
Yeah, exactly right. And like the shield he gets from passive, it's actually like a bad trade. So I think you can just like
Hmm.
space him here with your E, which is why I don't think you should just insta skill W.
I actually think I think on that point actually is it's a good point because I think you can also do the same thing with Q if you're not feeling the trade but you just want the mana flow and you just want to play max range
Yeah,
because
maybe
my
because
Q outranges his autos, but then
yes,
my E and W do not.
that's what you do against Vex as well, right? Because you can never really
Yeah,
like actually
yeah,
use W, so
that
you
champ's
just
impossible. You don't even level W. Nah, you
yeah.
do, but like you don't even use it.
Yeah, you just never use it exactly. Because I think it's like a bait here, just getting your W.
Yep.
Because if you're ever like trading with this guy auto attack, you're just gonna lose because of his fucking passive. It's just too broken. You just can't headbutt it.
Yep.
So you just have to space him with E here. I think like W is just a big bait, and you've probably done it just thinking, oh, like fucking, you probably do it most matchups, but here it doesn't actually like give you anything. Um, you could always maybe think here, like trying to somewhat trade in the minion wave. So again, like you not being able to proc like mana flow there, it's just because you've started W again. But yeah, like that I don't actually mind because you're damaging the wave as well and thinning it a little bit, which is good.
Yep.
On LeBlanc, like you always take electrocute, right? Like no matter the matchup.
Um, unless I'm into Lux, then I'll take Dark Harvest, but I'll just take Electrocute, yeah.
Just trying to think, like maybe this lane is actually really shit. I have to like research it and stuff, but this W is good because you like chip the wave and you don't miss any CS, which is really important. Whenever like you're just getting like pushed in here, because obviously you're not going to win prior.
Yep.
Just not missing CS is key, and this is just like fucking really good. Like you just damage the wave and him, like it's perfect. You dodge Q, it's so good.
Hmm.
Here I just wouldn't like auto attack that melee because ideally for a freeze, right, you want like 3 healthy range minions. Now here it's not gonna freeze, but it will like be in just it will just be here like longer, right? If this melee is
Yep.
healthier, so like maybe that auto attack is just like a little bit of a waste.
Okay. Is that
And
for Silas to come around? He has to like
it's not
Akshan
even
has to stay further up.
it's not even Silas, bro. Yeah, it's just like the 1v1 position, right? Like even if Silas doesn't come, if you're playing Akshan here, you have to respect it no matter what.
Yeah,
Because you're like
I agree.
LeBlanc, right? So it doesn't even matter like who your jungler is. I can't play the same if the wave is here,
Mhm.
knowing that I could get ganked. So whether it happens or not, it's just the fact that it could happen.
Yep.
So as long as you like try to keep the minion wave here, it should be fine for you. This is good. So you
Yep.
ping this.
No room to breathe.
Yeah, like these auto attacks, I'll just chill.
Mhm.
And until like he hits the wave again, then you can just match him, right?
Yep.
What actually happens in this game, by the way? Do you like win, pop off, or
Oh no, I don't. This game I like entered pretty hard.
yeah, okay. Um, I'd say here, right, because you hit two, what you could like think about doing maybe after you hit two here, because let me watch this again. Like, I don't think you have to be this far back, first of all.
Yep.
So if you are like, where do you think you could put LeBlanc here if you were to play this again?
I would definitely panda above my sorcery minions on the left side,
Like here?
and then see the melee he goes for. That's like just a free W auto. He either chooses the melee or like I W back and I dodge his Q.
Yeah, or you move up like this, right? So either or,
Uh, wait, why would you move downwards?
just because he's topside. As in, like, you can still pressure this from down here, I think. And because you're already here, like, it might even be, like, a quicker time to actually just, like, go like this. Going up here, like... I mean, either or is probably
Hmm.
good. I'm just thinking, like, maybe this is worse because Lilia is bot side, but there's no way you're going to get ganked, right? So,
No.
just either or, bro. Like, I think
I
as soon
guess
as you
that
hit two
it
here, you can hit
does.
it, like, here.
If I walk up, then he might do the opposite and he'll walk bot, and that's away from my Silas. So I think that's worse. So I think you are right.
I mean, I'm not really thinking about Silas Eve, man. It's just because he's topside, and I think because again, you don't really want to like full headbutt him. You can space him better from this side because that's going to be a little bit
Mm-hmm.
longer. It might sound a little bit weird, but you're already here.
No,
Like as soon as
it's
you hit this, you can auto attack this from like here.
yep.
So don't auto attack it now because the wave is like kind of even, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of like damage to the minion wave, if you want to keep it here, you just match. So if he auto attacks, then you auto attack. He auto attacks, then
Yep.
you auto attack. Now, of course, it's different for Akshan because he's got fucking his passive, but that's where like if he is just hitting the wave non-stop, where you can actually like potentially trade. So at this point, leave the melee, like don't hit it. Maybe you
Mm-hmm.
can hit it one more time, but it's like hell fucking sketchy, right? Like there's no way you calculated that. So that auto attack, this one is fine, right? Now we just chill. Now we chill and we play off two, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we can move up. Whatever space he gives, bro, like you just want to take it, yeah? So maybe like there's arguments where he shouldn't give you space here, he should like maybe press you a little bit more, stand up, like but that's not what is happening. So he's giving you so much space to like work with, you can just move up and take it, right? And pressure him for like that melee minion. Because now we've just hit level 2, and we might as well still be level 1. And we just had to like queue a minion because we're hitting minions too much. Right? And now, when you
See.
use W, you don't actually like combo it with Q, so there's no no synergy with your abilities there. Even if you hit W, it's just like it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, if that makes
Yep.
sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like positioning when you hit
wasting
2.
spells because I'm focusing too much on the wave and not pressuring.
Yeah, I mean like that's it, right? There's always two things in a lane. Yeah, it's always enemy champ and then the wave. And there's like always a balance, right? Now the balance might be really unbalanced sometimes, where you go 100% for the enemy champion because they're inting. You've got kill threat, so you don't care about the minion wave. But most of the time, bro, like if you damage the enemy champion, like you did just the Akshan at level 1, you think, well, if I damage him here, what's going to happen to the wave?
Gonna
So it might
hang
be
for
like
me.
50-50, you know what I mean? But if
Mm.
it's like pushing into you and you can potentially freeze, then maybe you just like spend 100% of your attacks, maybe sometimes abilities, on actually focusing minions rather than enemy champ, right?
Yep.
So that's like those are always like the two key details, like when you lane. And yeah, just here, just cooldowns are just like really, all over the place, just not being used together.
Yep.
That Q is fine. So the reason that Q is fine is because, like, I guess you're pressuring from the minion. But it's not like you have your W, right? So... And yeah, like you said, like, because you outrange him, he can never get his passive off in time, right, to fucking block the Q.
I
Because you
think
just
it's
space him,
bad.
right?
Well, I think that Q's bad because he wasn't in animation of the other minion. So like I could have got away with no damage if I just waited 1 second.
Yeah, I
Like
guess
if he
so.
went to auto it.
Yeah, if he goes to auto, I get that. Maybe you just, like, chill, like, to the side of it here, right? And you just wait.
Yeah.
When he goes, yeah, okay, that's a good
He
point.
chooses like either attack me or attack the minion, and
Yeah.
then you can just tell based on the direction he's facing. If he's facing up, then I can harass him. If he's not, then I just keep at the distance. But
Yeah,
then
that's
I
a good
just
point.
committed to the trade anyway.
So
Plus,
yeah,
by me
3.
autoing him there, I pulled the 3 sorcery minions too far up. Therefore, like, it's now a slow push, and I have to fight on the tower for the minions.
Yeah, I mean, here you should probably just, like, collect the minions, right? Because, again, this guy
Yeah,
is, like, in... Think
I
about
feel
this
like you
for...
have to pull them like down or
Yeah, exactly, mate. Think about this, right? Just because he's standing in lane, sometimes, like, him standing in lane is going to be the same as him being, like, AFK, which sounds, like, so fucking weird. But,
okay.
if he's standing so far away, like, he might as well be in, like, Fountain, right? So you can, like, take that space and you don't have to be scared of him. So here he should just actually, like, accompany the wave in, right? And follow it in. Like, now he should just move up. But he's actually, like, giving you a chance just to hold the minions up. So if you pay attention to what he's doing the whole time and, like, where he's positioned, you're, like, almost peripheral vision. Because if you look at Akshan here, like, you don't need to fucking look at LeBlanc. If I move my mouse, like, you're going to see my mouse move, right? If you're looking at
Yep,
Akshan. So you should just know, like, in terms of spacing here, he can never, like, E onto you or Q you because I'm pretty sure it's on
Yeah.
cooldown.
For the minions to get that far up, he had to accommodate them instead of me
Yeah.
doing the work for him. Okay.
Make sure, bro, if you're on the other end as well, like, if you're the one with the push there, like, you accompany the wave in and all the other stuff we've talked about. So yeah, you should always know this is level 3. And this is where you can, again, look to pressure, right? This is like a pressure point you have because he's not hitting level 3 for maybe, like, 3-4 seconds, right? Because this melee is, like, what, maybe 2 passes from him? So here's a little window here, and then you hit level 3, and it's almost, like, just latent, right? You don't actually realize until it tells you. So again, where you're standing here, if I was to ask you, like, to pick up LB and to move her, like, obviously you're going to say what?
Just to the left of cannon, pressuring him on the melee, 2 melees. And
Yeah,
looking for a
just...
chain combo.
Yeah, that's it. Just up, right? That's pretty much it. Just somewhere up in the lane. Honestly, I don't really give a fuck too much about, like, where it is, unless it's really obvious, like he's trying to bait you or something towards one side. But yeah, just either or, just run it in, pretty much. So that could have been, like, pressure, and we, like, think about this, mate. Like, we haven't procced electrocute once, like, so far. And that just comes down to, like, where your champion is. You're not in contact, like, when you actually hit 2 and 3. And maybe, like, using abilities. Yeah, there's no, like, harmony, right? Here again, you can move up. Like, maybe don't stand in the wave because of his Q, like you wouldn't against an Ari, like against a Zed, right? You stand outside the minion wave unless you want them to damage the wave. You can sometimes bait them to push too hard. But here again, like, you can actually just move up, like, he's giving you space here. And again, it's just the threat of getting ganked that fucking is, like, so annoying to lane against for LB, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so fucking leave these, don't auto-attack them, just move up, right? So same thing, you're standing so far back as if, like, you're against... I didn't even know who you'd be against here. But the only reason, justification for you, like, playing so far back is because you're scared of, like, getting ganked or enemy supports moving, some shit like that, right? In the 1v1, like, you have minion advantage here.
Yep.
So, and he's got to auto-attack these minions somewhat soon, so you can easily pressure him off of these. So where you're standing is just, like, hell passive. And yeah, auto-attacking these minions, like, why do you think it's bad? So that's obviously fine, but now these 2 auto-attacks, right? So that one, this one.
I mean, they're just gonna kill the cannon and I could just, like, punish him.
But also, like, those are 2, like, I guess, bonuses, but the, like, actual real reason you don't just, like, auto-attack anything here is because it's going to be harder for Akshan, right? So if you slow push as slow as possible, yeah, and you just last hit, the wave is going to stay here, mate, which is closer to your side, right? So these 2 auto attacks, even though they're not that big, it's going to matter when you're playing against fucking top tier players, right? Like, all these intricate details are big which is why like
Yes.
chows are chows, because these like mean something against those players. And if you can do it here, right, it will be like an even bigger diff against this player. I don't know what fucking rank he is, but hopefully you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Leave no space to like play the game at all. Like pressure at all points. Don't
Yeah,
let up
like
until they make a move and then counter it.
every click, bro, every auto attack, every click, every fucking skill, like even at level 1 where you're skilling W, all of that means something.
Yep.
Every click here means something. Every fucking half second. So these two auto attacks are just wasted. These could be auto attacks potentially on Akshan. Probably not, right? Because it will stand back. But they could be when he moves up for cannon. And you auto attack Q, W auto. Maybe you get an E in there and then you go back to W. Expect him to Q. So you just, as soon as you fucking W, you click down. And all of a sudden, like, we've got our first electrocute proc off and he's probably half HP. Now, he should probably take bone plating maybe in this matchup. But I don't know what fucking runes he has. That's actually just, like, irrelevant. You should know, like, when you get into the game, right? Oh, he's got Taste of Blood. Never mind. But, that's what you're thinking about, bro, yeah? So this W here, like, do you think this is a good W? Based on, like, the info we just talked about?
I mean, no.
So what does it, like, actually achieve? So if you were to, like, play as LeBlanc here again, okay, so we're auto attack for, like, kind of pointless, and then we just W a couple of minions, and all we did was Q him. So how could this be improved, do you think?
I think I've a little bit of like a habit I think I've done is that it's the surprise E, which is where you like get the sorcery minions to half and then W them and then E instantly.
Right.
But then I messed it up here. But I don't think it even serves any purpose
Yeah, I agree.
at all. So now I don't have any cooldowns. So like he could just hold a freeze and like I can't stop him and he can trade back. There's like nothing for me to do now.
Absolutely, mate.
The
Exactly.
lane's just longer. I have no wards down. My jungle's not even close. Like I could just, my lane could just be over from this.
Yeah, I mean, and you're like you've only got maybe like one rotation left of spells as well.
Yeah.
So if you do get ganked and then you have to use your W and like it's kind of annoying, right? And yeah, it just stems from pretty much this ability usage. And it's kind of happened from level 1, bro. So even you skilling W is just like a lack of awareness about like how the lane will play out and just like trading. So with these minions here, you don't W at all. Like you said, mate, even if you kill these, right? Or even if like you get in a position where there's space and there's line of sight for you to like E the Akshan, it doesn't mean anything. Like I said, he's just going to E away. Maybe he procs passive on you. Like the trade means nothing. To actually trade with this guy, like maybe you can do that against like a mage, right? A mobile mage who's got like just used a big cooldown. And you can do that because you need to close the space quickly and you've only got like 2 seconds to do it. But here, you can't trade like that against this champion, right? Because he's fucking strong, right? Like in those situations. So again, here, you just should be moving up like this, right? And just getting ready for him to like go for this cannon. And as soon as he does, whether you can auto attack or not before you Q, I don't know. But you put yourself in a position to. And if he allows it, that's what you do, right?
Yep.
And then when you chain him, there's no way he can like retaliate. Maybe you have to respect it a little bit because he could always like E into you right after that. You'll just have to like react to it if it actually happens, yeah? Like how he kind of postures. Yeah, like this exactly. So this is like the danger I thought at level 1 if you were to W into him. Like he can do this and probably just he should even just extend this trade here. Why do you think I'd say this? Like if he keeps auto attacking you here, I think it's good for him because like what are the few things maybe that are going for him? It might look risky, right? So what are your first thoughts? Like after I say that, like why doesn't he just stand still and auto attack you? Like he can just stand still. He doesn't have to even like click anywhere. He can just keep auto attacking you. Like why is it good for him?
Well, I literally have no cooldowns at all. I actually think he should ignite me here.
Maybe, yeah. That's exactly what I'm getting
Because
at, bro. Like, yeah.
he should chunk out my passive and then ignite me while I pop potion. I have no retaliation. I can only auto him, and if my passive procs, like, then he loses minion aggro as well. So this guy just wins the game.
Yep, and he's got
And then he
PTA.
he just like gets me down to 20%, ignites me. I'm forced to TP. Then he's in a winning lane where and then he pulls it to his tower, keeps the water on the left side, and then there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, that's all what happens after. But exactly what you said, bro. Like this trade here, why is he fucking scared of you? Like he's got PTA on you, doesn't even like proc it, and just runs off.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He just blundered, but I definitely should be like punished for that.
Yes. And again, if you ever see this, and I mean, I guess he's scared of Silas. This is just like the fucking pseudo game of LeBlanc, I guess, of getting ganked. Um, and again, it just happens, man. Like if you trade well on these first few levels, he's obviously not going to be this healthy. So if he does E in, you can actually probably trade with him, even if you're just auto attack LeBlanc, right? Because your cooldowns might come back up. But you don't have a big enough like concrete advantage here to fucking do that. So you just have to be the bitch. And as far as you standing here in the middle, you should still be down, right? Because it's like playing against Camille. His close wall is always this, right? Because he's standing high. If he's here, you do the opposite, right?
Yep.
So you're just standing in the middle. So it's just, again, it's a little bit like there's no deliberate positioning. Yeah, you always want to be standing either like high or low most of the time. Yeah, I don't know fucking why I just ran off, but yeah. Maybe like the good thing there, man, is that you have TP. So let's just think about this, right? This will be an interesting scenario, which I think we should talk about. If after this trade happens, so he just stays still and he auto attacks. Maybe he gets like 2 more auto attacks off, right? So let's just say he gets 4 autos here off, right, on you. And you'll be what, 200? Maybe a little bit healthier HP. Some people might say that like you can do what after that? So let's say you're 200 HP and you're pressured off the wave. Like what would you do? Because this is important if it does happen.
Did he use Ignite?
Let's say he doesn't, right?
Okay.
So he still has Ignite. But you're 200 HP and he's like, what? I don't know, maybe he loses another 200 as well.
I mean, I either have like 2 choices. I either like, well, I have 3. I think I either just sack whatever is there and just commit to a back and to a TP. So I come back with like a buy and then I have an advantage over him. So I can just fix the wave and then he has to stay even longer. Or I call the jungler and just like wait for him. Or I potentially, I mean, it's not ideal, but you just like ego trade with him until he like messes the wave up. But I wouldn't do that one.
Fuck. I mean, let me put it this way, right? Like when you say you need your jungler to help you, it's like a position you never want to be in because let me put it this way, like fucking if I'm a jungler, I don't want to come to a lane and save it. So it's really important
when his own mistake, yeah.
Yeah, because then I'm losing time. I could be getting golden experience for myself rather than helping
Yeah,
you like push a
100%.
wave in. Like I don't want it's inefficient for both like players, right? So whenever you see or catch yourself like saying that and you need jungler help, it's probably because you fucked up the wave or like some sort of trade in the lane or trades. So yeah, just like if you review your own games, just watch out for it. And I think your only option is to base and TP. Because at that point, right, you're gonna have no health pots. The wave is fucked for you because it's pushing towards him. And this is where TP can kind of like save you in a way, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you have any other option. So you come back with what, like Amtone, maybe you come back with Dark Seal, Refill, something like this. And you're in a stronger position, right? And you'll access this wave quicker if he recalls. I mean, I kind of just fucking said it, but yeah, if Akshan, like, what do you think Akshan should do, bro? Like, if you were to recall and he sees you, by the way, like, if you were to do this, so let's say you get chunked and you, like, want to recall, what would you do if you're Akshan? So you've just chunked LB, and now she's, like, running back. What would you, like, do? Because this will, you'll be in the situation. Yeah, like, you're Akshan, so you've just chunked her to 200 HP, and she's just ran back to, like, under her tower. She's just, like, ran back like this.
Well, I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk just the left wall. Walk behind that. I'm gonna wait 5 seconds, and then most mid laners would just, I mean, they would just stay instead of TPing. And then if he does TP, then I'll just hold the wave anyway.
Wait, he's got Ignite, right? So he's got Flash Ignite here. So let's just... So you're right. Like, if he has TP, he can just, like, TP back, whatever.
I don't know. No. Yeah,
Is that what you're saying,
Akshan
or...?
with Ignite. So
Yeah, so...
it's
sorry.
the fake recall. So if I go back out of vision and then I recall and he tries to match because he's gonna he wants to get back to the lane,
yeah,
and I TP'd, I have to use my TP to fix the lane, and he'll be back ordinary. So he'll be up gold and XP, and I'll have to use my summoner spell to fix it while he was summoner spell up. So
Yes, very good.
so what LeBlanc could do is go out of vision and then wait for him to finish the recall, and then like greed come back and then fix the wave, then recall, then TP back. And so the Akshan, it's like a little mind game where
Hmm.
like the Akshan has to wait a little longer just to make sure LeBlanc doesn't come back. She actually uses TP.
Well, I think all that's really good. I think Akshan here though has an opportunity. Like if you run back and try to like 5-head me, all I'm gonna do it like I might run off like this to de-aggro creeps like this, and as soon as you run back, I know because you have TP that you're probably thinking of just like basing, right? Because it's way too volatile now. Like I have ignite. If I just like even I don't know, like even fucking Q flash or some shit and get 2 autos off with ignite, or my jungler might be really interested, yeah, and you're kind of fucked. So I know you're looking for a base here. So all I'm gonna do is de-aggro, and then I'm just gonna like kind of search for your base. Try to interrupt
Yes.
it somehow. Then it's really fucking bad for you. If you still get the base off, I get that information, and then I just react to the wave. Probably at that point he has to stay, maybe. But the lane so far has been like so kind of I don't know, it just hasn't been like it's been suboptimal to the point where even if you come back with like a Dark Sea Lamp Tone or
He
whatever,
can still just stay in
yeah,
lane.
he can just stay in lane exactly, right? He's still got this
It,
as well. So
he's too far up to where like he's got everything available. He hasn't used too much mana.
yeah.
Like he shouldn't like there's a little bit of trap, but like if I do back and TP, he should never push. He should just freeze for the rest as much as like possible. Just make my life like hell.
Absolutely, mate. That's it. That's always the number one goal, right? Is to fucking make the enemy mid laner's life hell. That's it. Don't give them anything for free. Everything is pressured. So your recall is pressured here. And he is easily like healthy enough. He has enough resources to freeze this minion wave and to keep it wherever he wants. I don't know if
Yep.
you'll have the pushing power, but it's even risky, right? Because Lilia here will be on the map. And your Silas isn't level 4 either. Like, he's level 3, Lilia will be 4, what, in like 15, 20 seconds? And by the time you're actually back at that point, like, she's active, and mid lane is fucking very, very scary. Like, if you W in, and you're not standing away from Lilia, you're gonna have to burn through, like, flashes and
Yeah.
shit.
The only way like LeBlanc comes up back after that is some Incursio rooms.
Probably, yeah, exactly. Fuck, yeah, maybe you should do it, mate. Just, like, run bot or some shit, like, wherever
Just
you think
run
it's
bot for
wise.
no reason, lose 6 waves.
It's actually good to do that on certain, like on Katarina that he plays. It's actually good to do it on. But yeah, if
Yeah.
he's gonna miss like fucking cannon waves and shit, probably just don't do it on a cannon. But yeah,
You would hope the bot sees the pings, but it is what it is.
yeah. So everything we talk about Reufury, like, please make sure if you're the Akshan here, you do that shit. You like search for the what did I say? Yeah, you scout for the recall. That's what I call it. Like you're just scouting for it, trying to get that information, right? Obviously
know
not
what-
here. I'm saying like if he full chunks you like he should.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I was the Akshan, I would not be this far back with Ignite.
Mm-hmm. I think at this point as well, it's good to like maybe ward just as long as you don't miss minions. So like, because this wave, I don't think you're gonna hard push it, right? I think you're gonna try maybe hard push next wave if you can.
There, that the click just before this pause, click upwards. I should ward on that. Like
Yeah,
here.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Like
you can
that.
just ward at the edge of the wall, right? Even
Yep.
this though, just remember like you're gonna cop like a little bit of aggro here because your Q is targeted. So like there's nothing after this, right? Like you can't auto attack him, and you've already procced your Ledge Q, so I don't know why you kind of like chased after Qing. That auto attack is fine. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. Right. Level 4 like isn't talked about enough, and I know you hit it here, but I'm just expecting you to like kind of do it in a way. It's just to move up again, bro. So like on these level spikes, yeah. But the only difference here compared to like where we talked about level 2 and level 3 is what do you think? Like why is it riskier to actually go in here if you were to?
I mean, I haven't set up vision, and then
Yes.
So like this is the new jungle gank timing.
That's it, mate. Yeah, and against the full clearer like Lilia, like around I'd say 310ish. So what'd that be? Fucking whatever wave number that is, like 4 or 5 going into 5.
I think that's like 5.
Yeah. Whatever wave it is, like, yeah, as soon as it fucking comes, you can just go to ward. Okay, so did we do that? Yeah, we did the same shit here, bro. So, do you know who, because when I fucking was coaching amateur, like, last year, or, oh no, it was this year, our mid laner played a lot of LeBlanc, and he did this like all the time. What you're doing, where you're just like Wing in, um,
Yeah.
because it doesn't mean anything, right? Because what do you want to use your W for here? Like, what are you gonna do with the next wave, right? So we've just slow pushed this, and we've kind of stacked it.
I mean, it's just a waste of resources and cooldown. Because like I don't have electrocute for this trade if I do manage to hit the chain, and then now I don't have any way to escape the gank that I have no ward for,
Mm-hmm.
and then now I have no trade back, so he can just E across the map and kill me.
Yeah, he can chase you here, right?
So I don't know.
So think about the waves as
Struggle.
well, bro. So remember, it's like champion and waves, right? I do not give a fuck about Akshan here unless he legit just like full runs it down and just headbutts me. So what I'm doing is pretty much holding everything because this next minion wave, which is standard, like what do you want to do to it? How do you want to
Wait,
manage this
sorry,
wave?
repeat that again.
How do you want to manage this minion wave that's now in lane? So you've got the push, so you're either slow or hard. So which one?
I mean, I think I don't really have much of a choice because if I use anything on the wave, then I'm in trouble. I just think my job is to walk between the minions and try and bait like the boomerang to make him choose whether to push or not.
I don't think you stand in the minion wave here because you're right, by the way, about that, mate, like generally speaking. But here, I think it's critical for you to shove the wave. So why do you think I'd say that shoving is just a must here?
I see shove to get like the TP back and then the bounce, but I don't think I have the damage to get the wave in without being in trouble.
Okay, so how do
Of
you think like you're going to be in trouble? Like what puts you in trouble? Like what do you have to use or do?
well, if he sees me hitting the wave, he's obviously gonna like posture up, and then I have
Mm-hmm.
the threat of the jungler.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he's just going to trade his E for W, and then once my cooldown's down, he's just gonna walk up and then boomerang me.
Okay, very good, right? So your W is like here, yeah? So let's
Yeah.
just say we don't W like this. Like in every fucking game, bro, if I see you do this again. Unless the only situation I think that's good is like if your jungler is actually
Is
ganking
right
and it's
there, yeah.
it's like an immobile champion, and yes. Because even if your jungler's here, right, the E means nothing. You're wasting like so much mana to W nothing and to use your E. What are you gonna do for the next 15 seconds when both are on cooldown? Nothing, right? And
Twiddle my thumbs.
yeah, exactly, mate. You've got to play with yourself, and that's not fun. So it's not like even if a trade was fucking good here, bro. Like I would just hold cooldowns because this next minion wave. Look at this. Like look at this excess you have. So you've got so many minions left over that there's no way you can do anything but just hard shove this. Also, a big reason is because you're fucking Like you can't play this lane for much longer here. So why not just get rid of the minions and then we can base and then we can TP back. Maybe the only reason for looking to stay afterwards, or maybe even if you wanted to slow
Oh wait,
push
are you
this.
talking about leaving on the way minion I just killed? Or are you talking about
Oh
this
no,
next wave?
yeah, this next wave, bro. Yeah, yeah. So like here, as the wave starts to like build up, like now it's actually fucking you've got a nice advantage, right, in terms of minions. So the leftover, so these
Yeah.
four, you've got a freshie coming in, and that's their freshie. So you're actually up
Yeah,
plus
yeah.
4 minions if you think about it. In my opinion, and because it's like towards his side of the lane now, that's a big enough like advantage just to fucking shove, yeah? I don't think you have to worry about him really too much. Even here, you can potentially pressure him for the minions. But again,
Really?
I mean,
Because
probably
like
not. Probably not, but
being
like, you're
that
just push.
W, I just threw out my whole combo. I basically
Oh,
fucked
oh,
the push.
yeah, yeah, not now, you're fucked. I'm just saying, like, if you held your
Oh,
W.
okay. If I
Yeah,
didn't
sorry.
just use it to like hit the fucking Timo,
Yeah,
then
to
I like
last. Yeah, if you didn't
okay.
use your W for 13 gold, you could just like kind
Yep,
of
yep, yep.
fake posture here and just say, look, bro, like I'm standing here just in case you troll, and
Yep.
all you'd have to do, bro, is just save your W. So you just
Oh,
like
I
soften up
could
the
definitely see
minions.
that.
Yeah, you just
I
soften
can
up the
definitely see
minions and
just
then
perma autoing the melees into a like a W
yeah,
middle, and then like he retaliates, put a chain on him, and then walk away, TP back.
yeah, that's
I
it
just thought you
exactly.
were like saying, like I'm completely alright, get this wave, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, no, you're fucked. You'd have to like recall, and it's probably like frozen for
yeah,
him. Like that's how bad that would be. But yeah, if you like, you have your cooldowns here, you just auto attack, and then just W right when you can one shot
yep,
them, and then just W out, and you should be sweet.
and then
And
it's
you'd
cannon wave.
obviously yeah, and yeah, exactly. It's cannon wave next wave, and you could just obviously when you W, you want to W from here, so you're away from Lilia, right? I don't actually
Yep.
know where she started, which is kind of bad of me, but um you should be good enough to figure that out, right? So I'm focusing like full on, like 1v1, and if you put the ward down, like you should be sweet. You could even like play towards your vision if you legit didn't know where she started. Play towards your vision and trust it. W like this.
I'm pretty sure she's top right now, like top crab.
Yeah, I mean, an easy way to check as well, like even if you're fucking like me and AFK sometimes, it's just like check bot lane, right? Like bot lane here, fucking, obviously like they haven't leashed, but I think most of the time junglers will just start at like red buff. I don't know why that's
yeah,
in my
I
head,
thought.
but yeah.
I mean, Lily's clear is pretty good enough to where she didn't need leash.
Yeah. Oh, what happens here? So fucking, he ends up. Oh shit, he ends up like full damage. Oh my fucking days, what a nice guy. Wow,
Yeah,
he
this
doesn't want
guy's
to win
just
lane, does he?
this guy's basically win trading. I didn't pay him though.
Does that make sense though? Like Reufury, like this wave is
Yeah,
critical.
yeah.
It's critical to shove this wave because of what he can potentially do, right? Especially because you don't have cooldowns here. So, but thankfully he just fucking pushes the wave back to you, and now we're chilling. So can you kind of see like how both of you are?
Just mega trolling perma.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to like be that fucking blunt, but
No,
yeah, for
no,
the reason
no.
we've talked about, you could argue it.
I definitely. This game, I'm just like. I think I should be banned, but already, like, this is like a 14-day. Holy.
But this is why like it's whatever elo it is, right? Like it's not full chow, so this is like kind of a positive in the way you're making like these mistakes, but it's still like a fucking respectable elo, you know? Like it's not that bad. And if you like these improvements, I think are actually like big as well. Like if you can do them,
Yep.
and there's like there's a purpose with fucking each cooldown, each click, each auto attack on waves. I think there's gonna be fucking you can big diff the mid lane. So what's
Yeah, I
happening
agree.
here? So okay, what's the other option like you could think of doing here? So this is nice, like holding up this melee and you auto attack it, bring it away from tower, which is what you could have done with those 3 range minions at level 2. What's like maybe an option here for you?
Um,
It just goes back to like your mana
I
pool
mean,
and
I could just
no
pull it to
sustain.
left, W over wall, recall, TP
Yeah,
back.
that's it, mate. Yeah, perfect. Because like your mana pool isn't that great and you've got no sustain at this point. And if you actually TP back here, because the wave is so good for you, the
Yeah.
Akshan's actually like he has to be careful.
He's like smacking
got-
the wave and he's like panicking.
Yeah, he has to
Like, I gotta
shove. He has to
quick.
shove, and if he doesn't, like you've got pressure on him again, thankfully. But yeah, this is good. I don't really mind you staying because maybe your mana pool is big enough, but yeah, there's actually like an opportunity there to recall and get back with fucking what like Dark Seal Sapphire, something like that, refill maybe. Not sure how the gold would work. Couple of health pots, maybe Dark Seal Sapphire, some shit like that. Because I think in this lane you actually want the mana, because like fucking after 2 spell like rotations you're probably or some shit, and I swear like against like D-Blade users like Yasuo and stuff, you just feel after like 1 trade or 2 trades,
Yeah,
and they just out sustain you.
The ring.
Yeah, I like the ring star. I don't think corrupting is actually fucking maybe worth. I don't even know if like corrupting is built that much anymore, honestly.
Nah, it's not really, but I still like sometimes build it. I don't really know. Wait.
So I'm asking myself here, why didn't you do this when he's doing that?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, yeah, because you go
Why
afterwards,
am I, like,
right?
5 seconds late in his wave while he like fresh level 5.
Yeah, he's level 5 as well, so this is just like kind of troll, right? Now, I didn't know he was going to hit level 5 off the cannon, but the point is like he might still be level 4 as you go in.
I mean, he still just wins, like, he just does that. And then if he, like, does it perfect, he gets 2 more autos in.
I think you should probably fucking E as well, because like even if he E's, like it will stop him, right? So you've always got a chance to escape. Like after he E's here, like he's mobile, and you're not right on top of him, so there's distance, so there's a lot more time for him to react. If you just like insta E him when you W, like, you should be sweet. Yeah, now fucking.
Holy, I'm the win trader now.
Yeah, now it's a little sketch. Again here, like staying just comes down to gold, so you could maybe think about like recalling there, but staying's fine. I'll hear it. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, that's a free kill. What the fuck is going on in this game? Bro, perfectly played lane, by the way. That was clean as fuck. We got him, mate. We got him in the end.
Well, About that. The journey was was not it.
Yeah, it's kind of
But I don't
questionable
know.
getting there, but hey.
That that is a Akshan one trick in Masters, so
Mm-hmm.
would
It
love
doesn't
to see
matter,
it.
like, this is the thing, man. Like, it doesn't matter what elo he is, right? Like, I don't know fucking what elo these people are, and it's gonna be so skewed because it's O's. Like, this guy could be fucking, like, low diamond, and you might have, like, a Grandmaster top against a fucking diamond player. Like, I don't know what's going on. I can just tell,
That's
like, what
usually
he's
how it
doing, right?
is.
Yeah, that's why it's so fucking AIDS. Um, and why, like, I just don't even fucking play anymore. But, uh,
Jeez.
yeah, it's kind of questionable. Yeah, that's right. With this next wave, because 530, right, is the cannon, level 6. So this wave, you know, is just a standard wave. I actually think you can fucking greed here and shove, and then you
I
come back to
think,
cannon.
yeah, I guess man is fucking dead. There's no TP, so
Yeah, no TP, right? If he has TP,
we
you
can do
obviously
it.
fucking recall. Or you, like, what's the other option here? So if he has TP, right, so you kill him here, right?
Hmm.
And you know the next wave, because you look at the top right, it's not 530. What the fuck? Okay, so next wave is standard. You move up, you auto attack the wave, and if he has TP, or whatever champion it is, like, how do you shove the minion wave? Like, do you think you can, or this is a weird
Wait.
question actually, because the answer is, yeah. Can you shove it
Wait,
on
sorry,
your own?
can I shove this next wave on my own?
Yes, if he has TP.
No.
It's okay. So what do you need to do if that's the case?
I just need to walk back to tower and TP, or I just do the greedy thing everyone does and just wait for him to shove it in and then collect it and then TP on the cannon because the cannon takes so long to come.
Yep. So that's potentially one thing, or you can ask Silas to help you shove. The only bad thing about that is that you're like kind of using experience, right? And he's gonna actually
Ah, but
probably gonna be ahead.
it's yeah.
I would do that if you need gold. That's the only reason why. So I'm just like throwing these situations at you again because fucking I don't want to just like be hell specific to this game. Because
Yep.
if you're doing it in this game, like it's just pattern recognition, man. That's all fucking League is. So patterns in this
Yep.
game are gonna be in like most other games. So if he has TP here, recalling is good because you have chapter. If you need 100 gold, and that's what a minion wave is, just standard, you stay, right? And you ask Silas to help. If you can shove, because he doesn't have TP, you can do it on your own, and you need the gold,
Yeah, I
do it on
agree.
your own. Like here, you just fucking stay, and you get a juicier recall off. Even if it's like refill control wood, I think it's worth it, because you come back to the cannon like even stronger than just lost chapter and like a health pot, right?
I mean, yeah, I definitely think I should have just called jungle, but I definitely don't think I can do it solo.
You don't think you can do this wave solo?
No.
Like if you, okay, so envision this, right? So next wave, so you can't get this melee, or range minion, sorry, so you just run back,
And
and
auto
you
the
auto
first
attack.
two.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
auto, you auto, you auto, you auto, and you just save your W, and then you W, and you fade away last hit the last minion, right? You just run back to your tower while hitting it.
Yeah, but Lily could just be here
Yeah,
and just hold it.
that's the other thing, but most junglers here, bro, are gonna be like off a base. Like it's
Okay.
four, like I don't even think it's bad fucking if she comes, because again, you're creating so much pressure where she would like maybe rather be farming her camps. I guess it's good for her to like collect a wave, but Akshan's missing the wave regardless, and it's good for your 1v1. Does that make sense?
Mm,
And even if you
I
come
think
back,
you
bro,
I
like
think
I
you
don't think it's.
overestimate I think you overestimate how much damage my champion does with only one spell. It takes like I have to auto the back minions twice each to my W to kill them, and then I have
Yeah.
to auto the melees like nearly 6 times, probably more.
I
So
mean,
that's like over that's like over 15 seconds that I've just lost. That
yeah.
that TPS to make up for, and then if anyone cancels my back or stalls me, then mm,
Okay, so like how often do minion waves come to mid lane? So 15 seconds to shove, so how long is it for the next wave?
um isn't it just like 30
30 seconds,
per
right?
cannon?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
man. So if it takes 15 seconds for you to shove, and remember, you're hitting it before it even gets to lane, like in the middle, this minion wave is going to be fucking like
Okay.
already chunked in a way. And you're going to have enough time to like W, right? The minions and create a base for yourself. Now, maybe it doesn't, like the next wave doesn't bounce back to the middle, But the point is, like, you can make him miss this wave as well. So this kill at the moment, and this is all just because he doesn't have TP, right?
Yep.
This kill at the moment is just 300 gold and experience, but we can extract more value out of it by like if I'm playing Akshan, I'm like, oh, thank fuck, like they're not actually shoving this minion wave, and I miss it. Now, if Lilia comes to pick it up, that might be a bit of an issue, but Silas can always come back mid, right, and help you shove, and Akshan
Yep.
misses it regardless. Yeah, so I think actually the key to it, like I think now it's questionable, right? Because you could have got in like maybe 2 to 3 auto attacks already, which matters. Like again, all of these little details matter. So I think now basing
I
is
think
good.
as soon as he dies, I already have the initial thought of like, let's get another wave in, so we're gonna have good back on cannon. Then another wave. Then I think but I think at this point here,
yes, recall's good.
It's already like I gotta commit to one or the other. And
Yes, yes. Always do this on LeBlanc, by the way. Like when you're like this, fucking run out here and W back.
Oh yeah. I've been I do that like most games.
Do it every game, bro. So like if you're doing it in this game, I know
the,
you're not doing it in like other games as well.
I could show you. I do it when I have corrupting potion.
Yeah, I kind of believe you, but yeah, just fucking do it every game.
It's because I do it because of the corrupting potion tick as well as the fountain healing, and then I just like walk outside of it and then W back. So I have the corrupting potion and the healing.
Yeah,
and I W back instantly.
I don't really think it like means anything like it has like anything to do with items, right? Because you're still gonna like replenish everything and shit. But
I think it does.
What do you mean? So hang on a minute. So just because you have Lost Chapter and D-Ring here, like you're not gonna do it, or?
I don't need to stay in fountain as long, so I just like walk out instead of Wing back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying here, mate. Like because you've got HP and mana to like get back, or HP anyway, which is more important. Like you can just run out like during those 2 seconds, like you paused, W back, and then you just W back out. Like I don't think it has anything to do with items, right?
Oh yeah, that's fine. I thought you meant like
Yeah, not
like
when you're full HP or something.
And W back.
Yeah, so all you're doing is
as soon as you finish the recall, right, just right click to mid and then W back.
Yeah, so I don't know why you're looking bot here, but you should be like, you get what I'm saying. Like you just move out, right?
Yeah.
Then you come back, wait for the HP and mana to be what, like at least 80, and then you get back.
You do it on like every champ, like Zed and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone with mobility like that, mate, exactly. TPing, not TPing here is good. I actually like it.
Yeah, it's cannon wave. It's just a waste.
If that was a cannon wave, would you TP? So let's say that one, now you're leaving. So let's just say you recall here, right? Would you TP or not?
This was a cannon wave.
Yeah, if this is cannon.
I think I would.
Yeah, definitely, right. Because you can get priority on that wave. So think about it. Like that wave is reset now, so it's a fight for prior.
It takes a lot longer to retake priority of a cannon wave than it is a normal wave. But if I'm walking with the cannon wave, then it's like pretty easy. I think I'm looking bot because I have TP available. But you know, new TP be like.
I mean, yeah, you don't really need to like look bot. I would just be looking mid at the minion wave to see what's happening. And trying to think about like what Akshan. Yeah, as soon as he comes back to lane, look at items. So he's got 1 health pot. If he's got control wards, then you know he hasn't warded. If he doesn't have a control ward, then maybe he's like put one down before showing, which is like something you can always do. Like don't show on the wave here, go down here and ward like this, go up here and ward like this, and then come back. Again, I'm just trying to like fucking cover everything.
All the bases, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that I'm thinking about. You sort of sweeper here, why?
It's a habit I've always usually do is if I'm placing the ward down middle, my sweeper, my normal ward cooldown's like over 3 minutes. So I don't really have like much use of waiting for the ward. So either what I do is I swap to sweeper, then now he's threatened to not ward because I have sweepers, and if he does, then I just sweep it. And then if he doesn't ward that I know of, then I don't use sweeper, and then I just change it back so I don't lose any time on the normal ward.
Okay, yeah, I understand, like, you're not losing any time, but I think this ward here is just a massive waste.
Okay.
Because you don't know if he's going to have prior, right? Because it's not like he's TPing back and he's going to have insta prior here. he's got to run back, and you'll get
Mhm.
back like at a similar time, and you can just save this ward, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think if you were, I mean, maybe you're ahead of him a little bit, but if you're
I
super
did,
far ahead, you can get sweeper, even if you do have
yeah,
a
I
trinket there.
do think you get a lot more use out of having denying vision rather than gaining vision as LeBlanc, just because the ability to. I mean, there's no way for them to lock onto me, even with Leona. I just have W, and then I have 6 coming up, so I don't have any gang threat. And I should already know where they are in like general areas. So if I die to a gank, I'm trolling as LeBlanc. But I think making sure they always are on their toes against LeBlanc is just like one chain, and then the jungler ganks and they die. So they should
Yeah,
always be like they should have no vision, be threatened.
I agree with all of that. It's just like this honestly just goes back to like having purpose with shit. I don't think this serves any purpose against Akshan. And this ward should have been put down like we discussed, right? Like around 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So if that ward was placed up here, I have no issue with you getting a sweeper. It's just like this one, we've got a sweeper and that's the ward we've placed. Like it doesn't do anything, right?
Yeah.
If you were against a TF and you know he's going to TP back with Prior, ward is great because he'll hit 6 on this wave. If you're against a
Yep.
Rise, the ward's fucking really smart. But you've got an opportunity here to get back Prior because he doesn't have TP, and you might actually be stronger.
Mhm.
And he flashed, right? So now the
Yes.
lane, if he gets caught out, like he's kind of fucked. So yeah, it's
Agreed.
just all I'm saying, bro, is like that ward, I just don't think is good. And it's just like you're putting it down and just forcing to use like yourself to use it. I'd rather you put a good ward down and not get a sweeper, fucking even when you come back, right? Like here, a good
I
trinket
agree.
down,
I
then
actually think you're right that it is kind of just wasteful. Even if I'm not going to use the stealth ward, I potentially am gonna like. I mean the butterfly effect from before, right?
yeah, that's it.
If I just utilize my wards correctly, then I
Hmm.
wouldn't feel the need to waste the ward later
Yep.
because all of them would have been like placed correctly.
Hmm. By the way, was there any questions made like generally about mid lane or about like maybe the rest of this game that you have, or
Um,
you can't say no? It's fine. Oh, here we go, mate. Here we go for this W again.
yeah, it's really bad.
So
Questions. Um,
yeah, I mean we don't have to really get into this, do we? Like this W again.
no, not really. There's no reason to me to use any spells first. I have the range advantage, so I should always just threaten him by existing rather than doing anything.
Yeah, like all you're doing, bro, is trading to look good. Like it doesn't actually do anything. It's just like you're trying to be cute with it, but it means nothing.
Yeah, that's actually why I like pulled this VOD up because every 4 games I like I call it like it's like getting bored. Like you just do shit, you
Right?
just do shit because like I don't know, like all these matchups like is like with the Blanc, it's kind of like play CS until someone makes a mistake and you just kill them. It's
Hmm.
like after the 4th game, if I like don't take breaks, I get like very bored and I do this like really dumb shit
Okay.
where I like attack them because um I'm not thinking.
All right. Well, that just goes back to like playing with purpose, right? Like if you're pressing fire
Yeah.
match, bro, fucking, and you know you're bored as fuck, and you don't want to play LeBlanc again, or you don't have like any motivation to play a champion, you're literally like just trolling yourself because you want your main account, your OPGG, to be like a reflection of you at your best, right? If you're pressing fine
Yeah, yeah.
match when you're tilted or bored, like what the fuck are we doing? Like what a waste of time.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
even if like this was like a game where you're bored, I don't think it is, but it would be a waste of my time as well, right? So it's like just
No,
bad for
yeah, yeah.
everyone.
That's not what I sorry, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying like if it
It's like
was.
ego trading or something of this nature.
Oh, okay. So you're like,
Like
oh,
I'm trading
this.
because I know I can just beat him
Mhm.
instead
Oh, I
of
get what you
like
mean. Like in terms of
instead of
player, you're not actually playing like champions
yeah,
and the actual
I
conditions. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
you're playing like something out of the game, which actually means nothing. But like
I've been trying
that's.
to improve the
Mm,
playing with purpose. I've like so I used to I mean I think we've played a solo queue. We surely played a game of solo queue together, maybe like in the past. But
maybe I've got no idea.
I play I used to play like at least 12 games a day,
Yeah.
so I've cut it down to 4, and it's like, and then the fourth one's usually like
Mhm.
this, and
Right.
that's like what I'm trying to like. I don't know. It's like it's really hard to like not play League.
It's a fucking addiction, mate. That's what it is. But yeah, it's just discipline, bro. Like, if you could play 20 games in a day, yeah, people think it's good. This is just quantity. You play
Yeah,
1 game a day, this is quality. Over a period of time, you're gonna fucking win probably 10, 20% at least more games because you're focused on quality and purpose. And you're not just
I
playing
think
for the
this
sake
is
of
where
playing.
I messed up this year. I played. I I couldn't get past 900 because like I just went on like 20 plus loss streaks where I'm just like trolling because I'm playing all day and I'm playing like 40 different champs. So like I'm trying to like I'm only playing like LeBlanc
Mm.
and then I'm only playing like 4 max. So
I mean, bro, like that is like you. It's not like you're forced to. Like that is you actually just choosing like and making those decisions. So you just gotta be smart about it. Like if I press fire match here, like am I fucking keen to go? Like that's why when I used to play anywhere, like I want to win that bad. I don't want to like play with someone who's not feeling it, or if they make a mistake and they're like passive aggressive about it, or they don't own up to it. Like that's why I was I guess I was considered toxic and shit. But I just want to win. So you're going into solo queue, which is competitive to win, right?
oh yeah, that's
I
the whole
don't.
reason
I
to queue up.
like yeah, like I don't want to know if you're bored. I want to know that I've got you playing like wanting to win. You're focused. You're fucking playing with a
It
purpose. Yeah.
I think I'm still using the wrong word. I think
Mm.
it's
Mm.
like you like you can't focus. Like your brain just goes like you can't focus for like 10 hours straight. It's just like your brain just goes like numb.
Yeah, I kind of like know what you mean. Like, there's levels to it, right? And there's times where you feel and it's shit. Again, it's just being honest with yourself, man. Like, just ask yourself, am I playing peak here? Yeah. Like, how? Like, if I was to look at your OPGG, right? Like, what percentage of games are you playing at peak, and what percentage of you are like just playing at games when you're bored? Imagine if we took all those games where you're bored out, and how it would look. Like, bro, fucking 99% of players, I guarantee you, their actual rank is not what they should be just because they think, oh, I've got 5 hours here, I'm going to play for 5 hours.
Literally.
Yeah, does that make sense, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, bro, like fucking everyone does it, but the 1%, guess who they are who don't do it? Guess what rank?
I mean, it's the top dogs.
Challenger, right?
Yeah.
Those are the ones with the discipline and who are focused on quality. Look at the Koreans, bro. Like, they fucking, play.
I
Well, the
mean,
pros, they play 3 hours of solo queue, and probably that's it. I guess they're, like, scrimming for, like, the other fucking.
every rank 1 and O's the last like this year is like played 1 game a day.
Because
And they
it's
just did
quality.
that for 3 months and then boom, they're rank 1.
hmm
It's kind of crazy.
This trade here again, just E him. There's no reason not to, right? It's not like he can like step outside your E. He's always going to get hit by it. Again, you just have to respect after this that he's going to have a little bit of pressure.
Yep.
And when he E's here, yeah, like fucking, I'd just be moving again, bro, because his Q is like a straight line. So if you're like moving laterally, so side to side, it's harder for him
Yeah.
to hit. I guess you do it there, but yeah. So yeah, if
I
you
should
E
just
here,
use
like this
clone
doesn't
for
happen,
block.
right? I mean, maybe if you
Yeah.
use clone, but the point is like you just don't E here. You just go straight back for kind of like no reason. Maybe like if he fucks up and uses E and you cancel it, maybe you can. Okay, you wouldn't kill him, but you get what I'm saying, yeah? Like it's gonna be like
Yeah,
hell good.
yeah. And there's no way for him to retaliate if he's rooted.
Exactly, yeah. There's no gap close at that point, but here he's got all of it. So
It's also like so deluding
oh
sometimes.
my fucking god, bro, you have got some fucking balls, mate. I would not trust the league hitbox today. Fucking
Oh, I didn't think he could curve it, but then like and then I like
yeah,
second guessed.
yeah. No, that's fucked.
I do some like mega greeting here, I think.
Bro, I mean, I don't know what the fuck you like. This is you being bored, I swear. Like
Yeah.
if the enemy jungler has half a brain here, they're just gonna run mid. Like there's no way you should be allowed to do this, and you're probably gonna die, right? Against like good players here. So if
I
you're
mean, yeah,
staying
that's
for
why
like
I
30
like.
seconds on this HP, if I'm jungling, I'm like, what the fuck is she doing?
Yeah, that's why I
I'm
picked
coming
this
mid.
game. It's like, what the actual fuck?
But it's good though because like you're down what 6-7 CS, but you're 1-0, and the game is still winnable somehow. Like after everything we've been through, so I actually
But
think it's like positive, right?
it's so deluding sometimes. Like results-based thinking. Like I see like half my games, I'm like, man, I'm
Yeah.
just griefing, and it's like I'm 10 and like 1, but it's like I
Yeah.
griefed all of laning.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, like I don't like you're 1-0 here in 50 CS. Like if I look at an OPGG, right, and the stats are like so clean, I'm like, wow, this guy might actually be fucking, legit. But we get
well,
into like 5 minutes
you
of it, and
can
I'm
look at
like, holy
mine.
shit.
It looks way better than it did last year, but I'm just griefing. It's like insane. Like if you just like I don't know. It's so deceiving sometimes.
Mhm. Um, but yeah, nah, mate. Hopefully that was fucking useful. You happy with
Yeah,
that?
I appreciate that. Thanks, Eagz.
No worries, mate. Yeah, any other